One energetic I wanted to cover today is that I'm sure you've noticed that most people are reacting with their shadows first above everything else because people are in a lot of fear and unknown, rightfully so. And I have a story about this. It was actually my brother that got in touch, and he's just moved to a whole different state, and he's felt very isolated and lonely. And then, of course, you throw this on top of it, and he's very isolated now. And the other day, he was out getting his mail, and at a social distance, he met a neighbor who he really related to. And when he went to tell his dad about it, there was a trigger in the conversation where his dad's shadow fully presented. And it was really triggering for him because what he needed to hear was, "I'm so happy for you. I know you've been lonely. This is really exciting." But all he was presented with was the shadow. And luckily, he has this work. So I'm sure many can relate. I'm sure many are feeling everybody's shadow, whether it's something you're posting on social and you're getting other people's feedback, we just family, friends, there's just a lot of shadow being thrown around. And so this is where this work is so, so valuable. And I'll give the exact same advice to you that I gave to him. You need to hold space for everyone right now. And that's why you get to be a skilled manifester, not a manifester in human design, but just a person who has a manifestation practice, who's been doing work on yourself. You have that advantage in the sense that when you're triggered, feel all those feelings. I mean, for him, I was like, feel the hurt, feel the pain, feel the anger. You have to feel it all. And then go take this particular trigger through the shadow and inner child daily reprogramming exercise, DI, and journal prompts to get to the root of it and shift it. And then once you get to that place, you'll get into compassion to see that this really had nothing to do with you. It's somebody else's shadow that's being triggered. And this is where the skilled manifester comes into place. How can you hold space for that person? And you felt all your feelings, you've done the subconscious work. Now, how can you get into your grace? Now, if it's somebody who is energetically abusive to you, of course it's not how do you engage with them further and all of that, but just energetically, how do you get into your grace? And if you need further help, obviously we have that day inside of Up Level, Rock Bottom, where we talk about grace. Relook at that. Who are your grace expanders when you're attacked by somebody else's shadow? So after you felt your feelings, you've gotten to the root of it subconsciously. Now in the conscious space, having your grace expanders to show you how to hold space, be in grace during this time. And that's what the world really needs a lot of, is everybody in their grounding. And that's why you have these tools, is to stay in your worth, stay in your grounding. And then of course, that's going to create your magnetism. So I hope that's helpful for everybody this week.